Hi, it's Kevin at Phidippides in Atlanta, and I'm here with a special guest, Alan Webb, ladies and gentlemen. Alan, if you don't know, is the record holder in the U.S. mile at 346.91, and also the high school record holder at 353.43, who took down Jim Ryan's national record in 2001. And so we were honored to have him here today in the store, and we're gonna surprise him with a few pointed questions. And the first question is, when you were in high school, when did you know, or when did you feel like breaking 4 minutes for a mile was possible? At what point in your running career did that come?
It came my sophomore year when I broke Jim Ryan's sophomore class record at 4:06. And I knew that he had done it his junior year, and so I figured I have even if I didn't do it my junior year, I still had an extra year to do it. So it was really that sophomore year that I
sophomore year, you were pretty confident sub 4 was going to go down, but
yeah.
Did you, at that time, were you thinking of 355, thinking of breaking Jim Ryan's record, or was it, hey, I think I can break 4?
It was more just I wanted to break 4. The Jim's overall record was more of a dream than a reality.
It's like a carrot waiting for you.
Yeah, not that I didn't want to, but it wasn't until I got to the last lap at my senior year that I really thought I had a chance.
Now with the 353, that was an outdoor record. Did you run under 4 any other time in outdoors that year?
I didn't. I'd only broken 4 that one time indoors, and so even at that point, I was still just trying to break 4 minutes again. And so again, it was somewhat of a very pleasant surprise.
Right. So obviously, you go the whole outdoor season, you don't break 4, and you get into the Prefontaine Classic, which was I'm assuming after the state meet.
It was before the state meet.
Oh, it was before the state meet in Virginia.
It was actually the region meet was the same weekend as my region meet, but in Virginia you can get qualifying time, so I did not have to run at my region meet. So I ran my district meet 2 weeks before, and then ran at Prairie, and then ran my state meet 2 weeks later.
So I would assume you were probably the favorite for the Virginia High School State Championship that year?
I was, but I ran the 800. I ran the 800 and the 4x4.
Now, did you win?
I did.
How did your team do in the 4x4?
We were 4th.
What leg were you on?
I anchored, and that's still my PR, is from that split.
Awesome,
yeah.
Awesome. So pretty versatile athlete. All right, excellent. And so fast forward to 2007, and you are poised to run the American record in the open mile. Tell me about that meet, why you chose that meet, or what happened to where it was in Belgium and it was that meet that you did it.
Well, I'd already run fast in the 1500, and so I wanted to take a shot at running fast in the mile. And the Golden League meets they didn't want to change the 1500 to a mile. And so my agent, Ray Flynn, set up a race at a small meet in Belgium, which is where I was based.
And did you have rabbits in that race?
We did.
Okay.
We did. We hired those 2 rabbits, and we said, hey, let's if somebody else want to do it, let's make it happen ourselves. And we set it up, and that was right when Mark Floriani was getting Flow Track started, and so Mark came out and did a
big Flow Track cast, and you were the star of one of his first meets, right? For Flow Track?
Yes, I benefited greatly from Mark doing an awesome job getting that started. So I owe Mark a debt of gratitude for making me famous, and now I'll always have that YouTube video, that Flow Track YouTube video. So.
Running the record. Well, the last question I'll ask is that if you had to give one piece of advice to an up-and-coming high school runner, a kid that's run, 4:20 for a mile, and he's in 10th grade or even 11th grade, and wants to run under 4:10, or maybe even has aspirations of breaking 4, because there's been a watershed kind of ever since 2001 of several kids running under 4. What would be, if it's possible to only give one bit of advice, what would it be?
I would say have the passion for running, and have the passion for the process of getting better. And if you have those two things, the passion for that process, and then apply it to running, you can't lose.
Right. And the fast times will come.
Fast times will come.
Excellent.
Fast times will come.
That's great. Well, thank you, everybody, and we really appreciate Alan Webb. Again, the American record holder in the mile, open as well as high school. I'm Kevin at Phidippides, and again, thanks everybody for watching.